Check, check. All right. Let's see. Well, it seems like the game sound isn't quite kicking in here. Let's try something else. All right, there we go. Okie dokie. Did this go through? Okay. We're going to do a quick Overwatch case to make sure everything is going good uh, as a practice, but then we'll jump into Kiori's game. Oh, okay, I see he's here in the chat now. All right. Let's see here. So this Zeus is feeding apparently. Let's see if he is actually feeding. Auto skip to markers. 14 minutes into the game and he has 5 deaths? Okay. Let's see if he's doing it on purpose though. That's the ticket. Okay, he's running down mid. Is he feeding on purpose? It looks like he is. Okay. How many deaths does he have mid game? I'm just curious. 17. He's died 17 times running down middle. Okay. So, I guess we can submit the resolution. He is griefing. Guilty. Alright. Now let's download Kiori's game. Are you here, man? Before I jump into your game, I want to make sure you're here. I don't want you to miss it. We will go... Oh boy, 313. Yeah, well, we'll just do the advice until it gets to the point where it's like, obviously, that it becomes redundant. But we'll see what we can help you with. Okay, hard support. That means pause 5. That's a rough thing to go as Enigma. Pause 5 Enigma is rough. He's better as pause 4. Your role, what you have to do on the map, the fact that you have to buy Blink BKB. And the fact that his kit doesn't have like a lot of save mechanic in it, like Crystal Maiden has like her slow, but it also puts a shield on her carry. Because you don't have any of that, he's better as a lane abuser for pause 4. Just so you know. As I was saying earlier, it's probably going to be more helpful, to be honest. I mean, you're here playing with a bunch of heralds, okay, versus this one guardian dude. But you're playing versus with a bunch of heralds and versus a bunch of heralds. You're not going to learn much playing with them. If you play an unranked, you can oftentimes get paired with people that are, you know, better than you on your team and also on the enemy team, and just playing with them, you end up learning. Well, you're hard stuck in Herald because you're playing the mechanics in the way that your teammates. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Uh, you're playing the game based on how you're used to Herald's playing, and you're just going to keep playing and learn and knowing how to play the game based on how Heralds are playing. In unranked, I have learned from much better people when I first started playing, and Dota 2 at least. Um, and as I played Dota 2, and being paired with people that were much better than me, I was able to learn from them just because I was commonly paired with people that had a lot more experience. So that's my first advice, is stop playing ranked. You need to get so good that you can carry the Herald games whether your team is griefing or not. And then you'll pick some hero that you know that you can abuse and usually win with. But that's the first thing that you probably want to do. You keep playing ranked, you're going to keep playing with Heralds, and it's rare that you'll ever get out of it. Especially considering since I've met you, as I said earlier, your MVPs have hardly gone up at all, and you've played hundreds of games. And your MVPs are also hard stuck at around like 14. I think when I met you, they were at 9. So you got like 5 MVPs in the last 6 months or more, which is pretty rough. That's less than 1 MVP per month. So you're not going to learn from the Heralds. You should start playing in unranked to learn from those. Well, I'm telling you why. Your habits aren't conducive to having the game's metrics identify that you are doing something, one thing at least, above and beyond. And if you're not doing even one thing, like warding or like abusing a spell that you have or whatever it might be, yeah, that's it's kills are not the only thing that gets MVP. You can get a ton of kills, but just because you're getting that last hit in there doesn't mean that overall the play style and what you're doing is getting MVP. Or it's possible that your support was just completely dominating that game, even more than a 28-1. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. I'm just guessing here. I'd have to see that particular game. Um, but we are looking at the Enig game. I closed it by accident. Where is it? So those are my first tidbits for you. Before we really get started and we get into it. Okay. Okay, it's done downloading, so we can click watch. I'm gonna look at the graph before it starts. Okay, so yeah, you guys were doing fine up until 14 minutes. And then you guys threw. And you threw again. And then you had a couple other bad fights. So, yeah, one throw, another throw, and then a couple bad fights, and you couldn't come back after that. But you were doing okay before then. Okay. Okay, that... You mean because his quills got your eyelids? That is something I was planning on talking about when I noticed you struggled and saw that you were up against a bristleback. Clearly he'll be off lane. Your safe lane. Well, it's because you don't change your playstyle when you realize you're up against a bristleback. For example, knowing that you're up against a bristleback, you do not pick demonic summoning. You just don't. You pick Malefice, and imagine how good Midnight Pulse would be against him, burning his HP. You go Malthus. You even have a Sven in your lane. He's got a stun that can keep him in that big circle. He won't be able to dive you. He'll have his max HP burned. 4% each second is huge. And your little stun will help keep him in there and also tick up some more damage. No, burning the HP does not cause a quill stack. You are wrong about that. He can cast quills and then you get a stack, but it'll auto cast only if he is being attacked on the rear. That's how the mechanic works. So no, he won't. So yeah, the first piece of advice is you have to change up your playstyle based on who you're playing against. For example, I play Jakiro, and I was up against a Largo, and I was like, well, Largo is going to lick himself or his lane partner, and it will dispel any of the damage over time that I put on them. So even though I really like going the fire abilities on Jakiro, that game I maxed the stun. And it ended up working out very well, and we ended up winning the lane. Like, we dominated the lane because I picked my abilities based on who I was up against. So the first mistake is going demonic summoning, because he's just going to delete that. Okay. So you panicked. You guys would have had the double kill, actually, and one of you probably would have survived. Obviously, you threw your Illidan's on this thing, but you probably should have just attacked it yourself as well. If Sven saw you attacking it, he should. He might have done at least one hit. It would have died way earlier. They would have had to back off, and their backing off would have maybe still gotten a kill off on you, but Sven would be alive, and both of them would be dead. So that first little skirmish there could be a little more clean. Good, you pulled. I can give you a tip on your vision, if you would like. Before you drop any of your wards, what you need to do is actually check the inventory of the enemy. You check it in the river skirmishes. Okay, good. Well, I was watching your mouse. You didn't. Okay. Yeah, so it'll help to make sure that you are warding in such a way that you will catch their wards before just dropping them preemptively. Yeah. I mean, a jungle ward is good. It's not necessarily. I never like dropping wards in places where I know that they are going to be able to deward me, because it feeds their support more experience and gold, obviously. If you want to get vision on this camp, which is what I'm assuming you're trying to do, I would recommend grabbing like a quelling blade, and you can do some interesting things with warding that will give you better vision and deny their camps. It just keeps resetting. I don't know. How do I stop this? Oh, the override camera is on. Okay, we got to go to free camera. The box of this camp Yeah, but mid lane is not going to come at 2 minutes. And dropping here is probably the worst place to put it. If you put the ward up here on this little corner, you will see mid. They will not find the ward unless they anticipate you're going to put it there. They actually have to walk up the stairs, around this tree, and actually actively click here and move their body to that spot. But now's not the time to put that ward there because it's at 2 minutes if you're trying to ward for mid. You would instead benefit a little better by having a deeper ward over here. I don't like putting it in the middle of the lane here because they will deward it. You should put it off by the stairs over here. It'll give you vision of what they're doing here. It'll give you vision of what they're doing here, and it's very rare that they will have a sentry that actually covers that spot. On the off chance that they do have a sentry there that covers that spot, they might get one deward off. It's rare, but they might. And then you don't put it in the lane over here. You would want to put it in the trees, way back here, and it's going to give you vision of this spot. You won't have the full vision of the pole or anything like that walking past here, but with map awareness, you can tell that, oh, my creeps have left and they're no longer going down the lane, so you know a pull is happening. So for fighting in lane, these two spots are actually much better. This one's safer where they won't deward it, and it'll also give you some lane vision here, so I kind of like this better. You got to be sneaky about it, and you gotta make sure that he's not noticing that you're doing it, so you gotta wrap around, maybe even tell your carry what you're trying to do. But for supporting, warding is key, and for every ward that they find, their support gets ahead of you, and their whole team gets ahead of you as far as gold graph and exp, because their support is now stronger, and he can heal them or harass you a lot more. But as far as the sentry goes, I would never put it here because they're going to drop it in these trees normally, and they're just going to auto deward it for no reason. It's much better to invest in extra wards. You would put one back here, not blocking your camp, obviously, but like back here, hiding behind like a tree or something. So that forces them to really walk all the way around and look behind that tree or something like that, or even overextend this way to find your sentry to protect yourself from getting this blocked. The Quelling Blade is also helpful because you can cut a couple of these trees down, and if they were to put a sentry here to try to block your camp, you would see it immediately. So supports have to buy Quelling Blade now. It is only 100 gold, the cost of 2 sentries, and you get a lot more freedom in your vision and what you're trying to do. So that's probably more than you expected when I said I can help you with your warding, but obviously, uh, this would not be the place to put for now. You're going to want to drop here or over here, and your sentry probably need 2. One deeper into the lane, so they can't catch it, they can't find it, and it will cover this entire area, and then another one over here to protect your small camp. You could even do a sentry ward battle where you're dropping one deep into here, or playing some Quelling Blade games where you cut a tree down so that they can't actually get to it. And you could drop your sentry here to block their camp so that they can't even pull. And then if you do that, obviously you wouldn't even have to drop these deeper wards to watch the camp. So, that's the warding. That's the warding game. Okay. Obviously that's just this lane. This one would be way different. I can go through this lane as well up here, and where you'd want to drop them, but maybe that's for a different time. We can get back to the game. Directed camera, back onto you. Wait, why is it? Okay, I'm gonna go back. It skipped to another character. I got it on your view now, though. All right, we're back into the game. We're back into your lane, And let's see how it goes from here on out. He's just going to delete those. I'm surprised he's not. He's not even trying. Oh, now he's got him. Yeah, so you're level 3. If you had Midnight Pulse and you guys stood under it, it would work out a lot better. Obviously, oh dang. Yeah, no, as he dropped the tomb right on your guy's face too, and nobody even clicked it once. And you're, oh jeepers, yeah, that is a rough moment. Running isn't going to get you guys away from this at all. You could attack those things. You're not attacking it. What do you? Okay, you just killed yourself. Um, you need to attack these zombies. Do you know how to automatically target them? I can teach you that because that might help. It'll stop the panic. Okay. Maybe you changed your hotkey. Sometimes people do. Yeah, don't try to right click them. You're going to misclick it. And sometimes when you're right clicking, you'll click one, but there's so many, you'll accidentally right click a different one. It won't target them as accurately, as focused, or as fast. And you can action cancel yourself on accident when trying to click one and another one. You actually have to do it's called attack move. For me, I hit A, which means the next thing I click, it's going to attack. And then I click the ground. If you attack move on the ground, it'll attack whatever is quote unquote the closest to you. It works for Weaver's bugs. It works for these things. And the problem is you have the zombie killing you. You had 2 of them. Actually, you had like, dude, you got to stop using WASD for camera. That's a part of your problem. It actually is a big part of your problem. Yeah, you'll get. Yeah, don't use WASD for camera. Oh man. I know that you also use edge pan, right? You do both, right? Edge pan, where you move the mouse to the edge of the screen. You do that too, right? Okay. So the problem with WASD is you take your hand away from the spells that you need to always be at the ready to cast. QWER is the default. Your fingers should always be on QWER. I'm sure you're trying to use something like 1, 2, 3, 4 instead, and then you move your hand down to yeah, I called it. Yep. If you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4 for spell, and then moving your hand down to WASD, well, uh, well, obviously because it's the closest thing to QWER. So, the problem is now, what are you using your? what do you call this? Not your hotkeys. Your items for. I'll tell you what I'd recommend, and this will help your gameplay a lot, dude. I'll tell you what I'd recommend, but yeah, ZXCV is good. Um, I'd recommend changing it up a little bit. Depending on your keyboard, it can be easy to fat finger spacebar if you're doing ZXCV. Most people just use 1, 2, 3, 4 for those items. But I'll go over hotkeys later and help you with that. But you got to stop using WASD for camera. Um, it's possible you're doing that because you're playing one-handed. Is there a reason you're playing one-handed? I mean, your right hand should be used for for screen control. This is my mouse. It's smoother. WASD can never do that. It can do this. WASD can do this. That's bad. It's not responsive. Edgepan is much better. The only other thing that people might recommend instead of Edgepan is the click. It's not hard to do camera movement and regular movement. It's actually not. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, I'd recommend not testing it, but trying. There's two ways that people recommend playing Dota. WASD is never recommended. I'll tell you why. The main reason is you don't ever want to take your hand off. You got to turn up the sensitivity, dude. Uh, turn it up. Turn up the sensitivity. um, but I'll say it again. The reason you never want to use WASD for camera movement is because you don't ever want to take your fingers off your spells that you always use. QWER, or if you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, it's whatever. But you got to have your fingers on those those four keys all the time. And then I'd ask you, well, what do you use for D and F, the common D and F, the extra bonus two spells that you might have, right? Then you're probably using, some other thing that's kind of nearby, but it's not recommended. Because every time you want to move your camera, your hand is now no longer on black hole, for example. Your hand is no longer on your stun or your summoning or your midnight pulse or whatever hero it is that you're playing, right? So your cast times and your actual ability to respond to moments is going to be delayed. It's like, oh, I guess you're young, maybe you don't have a driver's license yet, but it's like it's literally part of the reason why you don't use 2 feet for driving, where you have 1 foot on the gas. Yeah, okay, so in driving, you don't have 1 foot on the gas and the other foot on the brake. It's proven that if 1 foot is on the gas and 1 foot is on the brake, your response time is going to be way slower. And that's still going to be faster than if you have to, like, let's say you had to take your foot not off that gas pedal and put it onto the brake, but onto a brake that's on the passenger side, like all the way over to the other part of the car and reach your leg over there, right? And now your leg is nowhere near the first point of access to drive the car. So that's the best metaphor I've got off the top of my head right now, man. But you can't be in this bad habit of taking your hand away from the actual spells that you need to be casting at a moment's notice. So if you're playing with your camera, you can't be casting with your spells. That is a big problem. So um I don't I'm glad we have discovered that. That'll help you a lot. You got to turn up your mouse sensitivity, you got to edge pan. The only other option that people might recommend is click drag, but I don't think click drag is a good idea. That you need your mouse to, like, click on what you need to click on. Edge pan, like, my mouse is here, like, by this grass. Edge pan back to the grass. Edge pan back to the grass. Like, you just get used to it. You just put your mouse back to where it was. You can also change it so that, like, the faster you move your mouse, like, I guess I could go into mouse settings with you and help you out with it, but like my mouse normally moves across the screen like this, but you can turn it up so that, like, this, if you flick the mouse, it goes a lot faster. I move, so this is me moving my mouse um that much on my mouse pad. Okay. Now if I flick it, it's all the way over to the other side. And I moved my I didn't move my mouse anymore. It's just the speed at which I move my mouse. So you need to you need to check your settings for acceleration. If you're able to turn up the acceleration, that's what helps with it the most. It'll make you a more responsive player. So that's my advice for mouse settings. But you need, as far as this dumb little zombie is concerned, one, you should not have walked back into range of the tombstone. It's going to spawn more zombies on you. Okay, well, acceleration's going to help you. Otherwise, you're just going to be permanently gimping yourself. So, we've had some ward tips, because this is bad. This is absolutely terrible. We've had some uh, mouse control tips. And the last tip is, goodness gracious, you didn't attack the zombie. You had two of them on you. You didn't attack it at all. One of them just died to, like, the creep or something. And you're walking back into range of the tombstone again. I mean, TP is an option, but then you're ruining your lane. I mean, uh, you. Ugh. You've got tangos cooking, but you're losing life because you're allowing zombies to hit you. You let zombies hit you from here all the way around, all the way to here. That whole time, zombies were hitting you. And now you're walking back into range of the tombstone. So what you didn't do is you didn't even try to click on it. You didn't even try to click on it to to, well, it's not safe of my my point is, you got to kill the zombies, dude. So you got to find out what your attack move button is. You've changed A to your camera movement, so you need to assign a button for attack move. It's going to help with Grimstroke. It's going to help with Weaver. It's going to help with the tombstone zombies that are attacking you. You hit attack move, you hit the attack move button, and you just click the ground anywhere. Even if you click way over here, it doesn't matter. It'll attack whatever is the closest to you. And if you have a spell that is upon you, like Grimstroke's little silence dude, like Weaver's little bugs, or like these tombstone zombies, it'll attack those first. And you won't have to worry about clicking, which you didn't do. You had 2 of them on you from here. All, in fact, they got onto you like right here, all the way around. So, and now you're about to walk back into the tombstone. So we'll see what happens.
Dyer's middle tower is in the wrong end of business. Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited.
Oh gosh. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Bottom tower has uninvited guests.
Okay. You are up against some lane bullies. Don't feel too bad about this. I'm wondering why your magic wand is upgraded.
Dyer's middle tower is under
Why is the magic wand upgraded? While you walk back to lane, I'll see what you say. It's upgraded. What do you mean, huh? See, it's magic wand, and it's been upgraded. I'll pause it. I'll open up the items. I'll show you the item. So, magic stick has been upgraded to magic wand. I'll tell you what's wrong with it being upgraded at 4 minutes. Against a lane that's bullying you this hard. This is what's wrong with it. You have 150 gold for the recipe that is dumped into this magic stick for no reason. You're never going to hit, in fact, you shouldn't ever hit 20 charges while in lane. Because Bristle and Undying are spamming so heavily. You get to 9 charges or 10 charges or somewhere near there, you're going to be casting magic wands to heal yourself. So it's a gold waste. You've dumped gold into something for no reason. At most, as far as the cost goes, you have 95 gold that's actually wasted because technically 55 of it is going towards a +1 extra iron branch. But the problem with doing this is you also lose out on your opportunity to eat one of the iron branches. Do you know that if you eat an iron branch, your Tango will heal for double? I think you know that. But if you didn't, cool, now you know. Oh, you didn't know? Well, that's cool. Yeah, so read the ability. It's okay. All right, so obviously you know that you can plant an iron branch on the ground. Once you plant it on the ground, you use a Tango to eat it. And if you read what it says, it's on the screen so you can read it. Consumes a target tree to gain 7 health regeneration for 16 seconds. Consuming an ironwood tree, that's this. It used to be called ironwood tree. Doubles the heal duration. So there you go. It'll heal you for 14 seconds. Sure, it costs you 55 gold to do that, but that is an insane amount of extra regeneration in lane. Yeah, it's an insane amount of regeneration in lane for those lane bully situations. Well, not necessarily. Well, okay, it's better because it's a lot of healing. If you do the math, it might actually be more expensive. I haven't actually thought about this. So you've got 90 gold. Or is it 95 now? Nope, it's still 90. Got 90 gold. And you got Iron Branch, 7 health, 6. Uh, Here's the problem. Salve is a lot of healing really quickly. So if you're a carry, you buy a salve. Supports really rarely need to buy those salves. You duck behind the tree as a carry, you drink a salve, and you're back into the lane way faster. So people use salves for that. It's a different strategic purpose. This Tango is better for supports so that you can stay near your carry and help defend and stuff like that. So the problem with upgrading your magic stick into magic wand is that now you don't have those two branches that you could use to eat with tangos. Um, Obviously, later, if you ever want to upgrade to magic wand, if you realize like after the laning stage, or later into the laning stage at like minute, 7, 8, you're like, okay, I think I have enough gold now. We've survived the early bully stage of the laning session. Then obviously, yeah, you can upgrade it if you feel like it. If you want to buy 2 more iron branches and the recipe, and sometimes that's the right decision. Um, but in this kind of lane, you're going to be spamming that heal constantly, and you shouldn't ever hit the max charges at 20. You should probably be using it every time you hit around 10. And if you notice that you're not losing health, you're maybe staying back too far, and you can always go forward and do a quick little harass. You take a little damage, you heal yourself right back up, and you can rinse and repeat it. And then if you get in a sticky situation, obviously you got your tangos that you can eat. Instead of spending your money on that, I would have maybe recommended getting a mango or two, or a mango and a clarity. And you can use the clarity during like a solid pull if they ever give you that chance, but they probably won't. So 2 mangoes is probably the right choice for this lane. Let's keep going. So now I've taught you. The problem with Quill Stack is you don't need to let it stack on you. He's also farming your Isladins. He got 60 gold from that. Okay, so warding, Iron Branch, itemization, Boots of Speed. I know why you got it. You want to move fast.
Dire's middle tower is under fire.
I might have been tempted to do Boots of Speed as well. Probably a better choice is going. Okay, I see what you're doing. You're going for mana boots. I'd say in a lane like this where you're being bullied this hard, you got to go Trank boots, dude. And you don't buy Boots of Speed, you buy Windlace and Ring of Regen. Sorry.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, cool. You're using the portal. Let's see what you do with it. It's 6 minutes, though. So the problem is... I want to pause it. So cool, you're getting a kill. The problem is... Now Sven is all by himself at 6 minutes. It's nighttime. There's no ward in the lane. The Lotus is up. This Lotus is up. Hopefully you guys get the kill. It looks like you will. But Sven might die. In fact, he should die here being by himself. So you might get a kill on an Earthshaker, which is not as valuable as Sven living.
Dyer's top tower is not on top of the
Why aren't they going on him? They know you're out of the lane. They saw you on top. So this is Herald. They're bad. This is a mistake they're making. They could easily dive Sven and kill him.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Are you going to get the Lotus? You're not. Okay, yeah, now they finally realized you're not here, so they are diving your carry. Oh, cool, you're coming back. That's good.
Dyer's top tower is done for.
But they should have killed him way earlier.
Dyer's middle tower is under
As soon as you showed top, he would have died. All right. So I think he's going to get the Lotus. Nope, he didn't. Nobody's getting it in either lane. It's still up in both lanes. It's 7 minutes and no one's rotating down to here. For okay, actually they must have gotten it. I was going to say, I don't even think they're going for it. Man, everyone is here. This is so funny. Yee. Why? Oh, I'm watching your camera. That's why it's jumping around. Okay. This is what you're doing. Yeah, so I just watched your camera. This is how your camera moved. That's not smooth. That's why WASD is bad. It's way more smooth to edge pan versus, well, that's not what you were doing. But I guess again, if you're moving your screen, you can't be casting your spells at the same time. If you have edge pan on or click drag, that's also viable. I think click drag is clunky. I don't like it. Um, but if you have edge pan, you can cast your spells while you are looking. Like you can move your camera over here to see something and then blink in that direction. You don't have to do everything camera, neutral items, and your normal spells all with one hand. That's 3 different places on the keyboard. You don't have enough fingers for that. Or do you? Do you have like 9 fingers on your left hand? You got to get out of this bad habit. It's a really bad habit. Oh gosh, wait. I want to go back and see something.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack. That's for me.
All right. This Undying is actually so bad at the game. Okay. I wanted to get through a little bit of the video, so I shut up for about a minute. But the fact that Undying is buying 0 wards, he bought 1 and you were able to deward it. But he is buying 0. He is not a good player. Yeah. I'd like to actually show you a lot of my warding tricks. We can even get into a demo mode and I can show you exactly what you got to do to ward in such a way that like the whole map uh in a way that they cannot catch you. But yeah, Islandins are actually a really good counter to Tombstone. It works, but if they're getting auto deleted, it's just that's not going to work. So
Radiant's bottom tower has a nasty situation.
another problem that you are facing is obviously like here he comes, Wraith King. He watched them chase all the way down to this tower, and then he's TPing way back here. The only way he'll be able to actually fight and help is if they keep diving way back here, but they shouldn't dive that deep. So he needed a TP on their face. His ult is up. So he's stupid. He should have TP'd right on them. It would scare them away a little bit, and then you and Wraith King should be able to catch him. Another problem though is it's 10 minutes and you're level 5. So if you're having a weird situation with Enigma and you went Islandins because you just love it so much. Here I gotta change the camera. Free camera. If you went Islandins just because you love them so much, you could get just a couple hits in lane, take them down, and just let them like creep farm. With attack move, you just click attack move towards, and then you click towards the creep camp, and then after they start attacking, you click attack move, and then you click over here. Once they split, you're going to have to like do it once more, but you can just keep clearing these camps over and over again. You can also stack with your Illidan's. You can stay in lane, and your Illidan can stack for your Sven. So that's another recommendation. If you're playing hard support, you kind of want to do that. The problem is every single camp has a different stack timer, so you should join a bot game and practice it so that you learn exactly those stack timers. But yeah, you are the lowest level in the game. It's not the worst since you're hard support, but honestly, you need that level. You need that black hole. Uh, and the Illidan's farming and you dipping in range back here to leech the experience off of them could have been the thing that gets you black hole sooner. You could probably even get black if you do that. You could get black hole before Bristle and Undying even have their ult. You probably would hit level 6 before even Sven. And that's a good trick you can do with an egg. I don't know. I hope this is helping. I think you learned a couple things.
Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited guests.
I like helping. All right, cool. Is he? Yep, he's getting the double kill. All right. That got you 6. You should just use it now. Nope. All right. Is he? He's getting away, isn't he? Yep. Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is
Void is their mid. Void is level 9. You were the lowest leveled person on the team. You hit 6, you had Black Hole. He would be dead. They're mid. They're level 9. Their strongest player. Yep, and he's got their highest net worth too. He would have lost gold. You would have shut him down. That would have been a very valuable black hole. You don't have blink. There's no reason to be a perfectionist about it. You got to get your mind out of the matrix. What do you think about that? I mean, I said use black hole. I knew he'd escape. Sure enough, he did. But you were moving your camera, so he probably could. Dude, though, like, that's saying you got to get your head out of the matrix. I know what you do. I know why you're doing it. I'm telling you, it's the wrong choice. That would have been the perfect moment to shut down their mid. Maybe you saved it. Maybe it's good for later. But, I mean, that would have been a very valuable kill.
not safe.
Oh, shit. Are you guys going to get him? How did he catch up? No. He doesn't even have phase boots.
Tower may need a hand.
If he had phase boots, I think Void would have been dead. But he's stupid, so he went power treads.
Radiant's top tower needs bandages.
Dude, what is he doing? He doesn't have resurrection anymore. Super sketchy.
Getting walloped.
If that Slark TP'd properly, Wraith King would be dead.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Hmm. Well, I'm not going to tell you where you should be warding right now, because it's better if I show that stuff to you later.
Radiant's middle tower is not safe. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's courier met an unhappy ending. Radiant's middle tower.
Well, I should see what your camera's doing. Player view. Good, good.
Radiant's
Oh no, oh no!
not safe.
You're attacking the zombies! That almost killed you. If you're in range of the tombstone and everyone's attacking tombstone, once tombstone dies, all the zombies die. By attacking the zombies on yourself instead, it kind of griefs the whole team. If everyone's clicking tomb, you want to also click it. Because you got 2 attacks off, and tomb was still alive. Ooh. Yeah. Do you know what one of the great things about Tranquil Boots is? It synergizes with you because it automatically keeps healing your demonic summoning. So if you want mana, you want a good item build, take a look at this and tell me what I'm building. This is my build for Enigma. What am I building? What are my starting items? What is this? What am I trying to build with this? I have the recipe off to teach you. You can't see the recipe. You don't know? You don't know what Gauntlet, and Ring of Protection makes? Soul Ring. You combo that with Tranquil Boots. Yeah, yeah. Soul Ring, you combo that with Tranquil Boots. Tranquil Boots heals you even when you use Demonic Summoning. This gives you a lot of mana. Soul Ring's really good on a few heroes. If it makes sense for you to build HP regen, which it does for Enigma, so in a lane, like, so for example, if you have Tranquil Boots and Undying casts Decay on you, okay, you lose some max HP, but you automatically heal all the damage he did to you in like a couple seconds. They actually have to walk deep up to you and click you with a right click to stop the Tranquil Boots from healing you. Yeah, Arc Boots are OP, but remember the lane you were in. You were in a lane with Bristle and Undying. You'll notice that my build has Arcane Boots and Tranquil Boots here as options. It's situational. So if I had an easy lane, yeah, I'd go Arc Boots. But in this lane, like I told you earlier, if you had Trank Boots here, you'd be fine. And even with Trank Boots, it's healing every time you use Demonics. Well, no, actually, Boots of Travel is not to grief. I have it here in early game just cause. Um, but that's not how I build it. I build these, I keep it here, so I remember as soon as I need to, sell Trank, sell Arcane, or keep them if I have the gold, and buy that Boots of Travel so that I can uh, do the TP ganks if we're starting to dominate and what our team needs is my mobility. Sometimes that's what the team needs, but core items, Black Hole, Octarine Core. And obviously, if you need to, you just get your BKB. But this is really what you need to build towards. The cooldown is way too long, so Octarine Core has a huge benefit. Plus, it every one of your spells have these goofy long cooldowns. Demonic Summoning, 30 seconds. Midnight Pulse, 25 seconds. Even Malefice is a 14-second long stun. Refresher is very greedy. The problem with Refresher is you don't really have the mana pool for Refresher. If you're going to go Refresher, you need to go a heavy mana item, maybe something like Aether Lens and Aeon Disc. The problem with Aeon Disc is it's easy for that to pop and then your ult does nothing. Vice is not going to work. You're too squishy with Vice. You're just too squishy with Scythe. What you actually no, what you actually want is if you're gonna go a heavy mana item like and buy something stupid like Mystic Staff, it's way better for you to go Wind Waker. You need Wind Waker. It gives you a dispel and it lets you reposition yourself. So in early Yules, if you know that you're gonna go for that, uh, super valuable, especially because you're a support. You need Dispel. But I don't play Enig as support, which is why these are my core items. This is if I'm doing something like offlane Enig, which is usually what I play. I play him like a pause 3. Not a mid, but more of like a pause 3. This works a lot better if you're pause 3. Sometimes mid, but a lot better if you're pause 3. This is also an older build. Shiva's would be really bad now. It used to be good, but it's bad now. I haven't played a Nig in forever. But yeah. So your Soul Ring plus Trank plus Demonic Summoning, very solid. Because you're being harassed a lot, you need the Trank. Arcane, you don't even have it yet. It's 13 minutes and you don't have Arcane yet. That's a problem. Even in a lane where you're bullied that hard, you would have had Trank already. And this gives you. I see. You're trying to get Blink. Um, but I mean, I'm just looking at your stats. You're at 36 strength. This would give you 6 more strength, 2 armor. You'd be way more bulky. You'd survive against zombies longer. You only have 4 armor. An extra 2 armor will give you like close to 10% more physical resist. Your effective HP goes up massively with Soul Ring. So again, that's a build for when you're in a lane bully situation, like your Bristle and Undying. So that's something for you to consider. Think about who you're going to lane against. Maybe don't go Demonic Summoning. Maybe max this and Midnight Pulse instead. Or if you're going to go Demonic Summoning, use it to farm these camps. Or even this camp. You could send them off over to here because this is an easier camp and it's technically a little extra gold. Again, hopefully this is helping. I'm giving you a lot of ideas, which is kind of what I like to do. I like to give people ideas so that you can think about different ways to play and different things to do that maybe you don't normally do. And these choices would have made a lot of situations a bit easier.
Dire's middle tower is under fire.
Yikes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay. We're looking at that again. Okay, so you're walking to lane. I guess that's fine. If you TP'd, you'd have been there already to help.
Dire's middle tower is in the wrong end of business.
Alright, so... Ah, boy. You see your cast range? No. That's what I'm talking about. You're still trying to rush this early blink in a lane that was a problem. Soul Ring, Tranks, farming side camps to get you gold. Even in a tough lane, you would have Soul Ring, Tranquil Boots, and Aether Lens by now. This will give you the mana that you want for your late game refresher. It'll also help you do a lot of catch. Plus, you're body blocking the Sven right here. Do you see this? Alright.
Dire's middle tower is under fire.
You see how he can't get past you? Yeah, it is a pro move, but he's on your team. Anyway. Oh, man. So, I'm kind of wondering why you walked to lane instead of teleporting. He actually can't walk around you. He can't. The movement speed is not enough. He doesn't have enough movement speed to walk around. It's your job, when you know you can't reach him, to walk out of the way so that he can get past you. He's clearly faster than you. That's why he's running into your butt. You have 325 movement speed. What does Sven have? 395. it won't matter if he uses his third move right now because you're blocking him. If you moved out of the way, I'd say yes. It's just it's good when you this'll I'm not it seems like you think I'm criticizing you. I'm not. I'm trying to help you see ways that you can improve so that in the future this kind of thing doesn't happen. Because then you'll see yourself winning more games, right? So if you ever notice that you're body blocking someone and they are like walking into your butt, into your butt, into your butt, into your butt, all you have to do is sidestep. You just sidestep out of the way a little bit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh man.
Dire's top tower isn't well at the moment.
You did it! You sidestepped. It took a while, but you did. You see how he caught him? That could have happened earlier.
Dire's middle tower is under fire. Radiant's bottom
Usually people don't have the setting turned on where they can right-click their heroes. But let's find out. Was he doing that? Why isn't it going back? Why isn't it going back? There it is. Nope, he is clicking the river. He is also using edge pan. He's clicking and he's flicking his mouse up here. He's easily able to control the screen while also being able to cast his spells. Anyway.
Dire's middle tower is in the wrong end of business. Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited guests.
Still trash. I mean, I've been watching you accumulate wards. About 6 minutes ago, you had a ward and some sentries down here. You haven't cast them at all. It's now 15 minutes, and you have more wards now. It's even more. But you're not dropping them. Yeah. All right. Well, it's actually at this point, if we go back to the graph of your game, that you guys lose all chance of success. We've identified that some people, like Wraith King, suck. Slark sucks. The Phoenix can be he's okay. The Coddle, he's done some things that are okay. Wraith King is a problem. Their Slark is really bad. Those are the most egregious players at this point. But we've identified a bunch. Well, I don't know. I haven't actually watched Coddle. I saw him do a couple things that were good, but I haven't watched him enough to know if he sucks. I have noticed the Wraith King and the Slark are really bad, though. What did the Slark end up doing? Well, he ended up having an okay game later, but his map awareness is just absolutely atrocious. Map awareness is what loses games. If you don't have it, you can't win. That's about all there is to it. If I do this. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you a secret. Nobody else does this but me. Literally nobody does this but me. Let's see. Who will I go as? We'll do Venno.
Concentrated venom.
We'll do full map. Oops. I don't know why I clicked that. I didn't mean to.
Venom man.
Okay.
Dripping venom. I arrive.
A great hero to start dominating on is Venomancer. I'd recommend playing Venomancer a little more. Sell what? What do you mean? Uh. All right. Do you know about this?
I'm not ready.
Wait, where's my Venno? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, I don't have it on free spells. That's why. Okay. You see this tree right here? This is one of my favorite trees in the whole game. I think this is actually my favorite tree. Do you want to know why? Because I like to kill it. You see this crap? That tree will not respawn. Not one person in Herald? Probably, to be honest. What rank? Probably up to Legend.
Is under attack.
They will not find it. Most ancient players that I play with in Unranked, they still don't find this. You have to cut the tree. It takes a Quelling Blade. Or it takes like a hero like Techies that can destroy one little tree right here. And you get vision. And if you drop a sentry here, you will be dewarding crap here. You will be dewarding crap up here. Even off in this corner sometimes. Timbersaw cuts too many trees. If this tree is cut, that second tree, they will find it. Do not cut that second tree. Wind Ranger can do it. She has to shoot. It's really hard to hit, though, to only hit that one tree and to not miss and like hit down here by accident. Because when it goes uphill, it kind of like aims improper. So you just buy Quelling Blade. It's 100 gold. 2 sentries. Imagine if you buy 3 sentries as you fight over 1 ward spot. You've already paid for it if that happens once with Quelling Blade. The amount of times I've dropped stuff here, and I think out of the last 100 games that I've been doing this, only 2 people ever found this. Once, it was because this second tree, I cut it by accident, and it hadn't regrown yet. And the only other time was a similar spot. It was over here, and it was a Roche battle, and I was Rubik, and I threw somebody up here right where my ward was, and they had a sentry over here, and they were like, oh shoot, there's a ward here, and they saw it. Because you can also cut this tree. This is my second favorite tree in the game. And you can drop one of these. And sometimes I actually like, for both of these spots, to throw a sentry like way over here. That can work, but sometimes they find it, and then I end up just dropping one up here. Another good spot, actually, is to put the sentry here, because if you're playing Venno, you can put a Plague Ward here to see. A lot of times people are putting observers here right now in this spot, but even if they put an observer here, it will not find this one ward. So that's another really safe spot to put wards, and you get strong river vision, all access into Roche. They'll never find it. You'll catch them doing everything that they want to do. In fact, it's usually good to have one here and here. Hopefully that helps you. Do you know about these spots? I'll just farm while I wait. Okay. It takes a sec, because you actually have to cut both trees. This one and this one. And you put the sentry on this spot, and you put the observer on this spot. You have to block the tree so it doesn't regrow. This lets you see everything their carry wants to do. If you are top, and you are a nig in this lane, what would ever stop you from doing one of these, where you walk around so they don't see you go there, you walk all the way over here, and you get down here to drop one of these wards. They'll never find it. Yeah, you can also do some deep wards with IO, but the problem is they see you TP in. Check out this spot. This is also good. Now, so this is for like maybe earlier in the game, like 10 to 14 minutes. Once you've taken this tower and you're pressuring top a lot of times they're like, oh, they had vision of us because he took this. But actually, you cut that tree and you put a ward here, they'll never find it. They'll never find it. It's technically high ground. So there you go. These spots suck. Never put wards here. Never. Don't ever do this. Do you know why? Don't ever do this. Don't ever put wards here. That's why I'm killing it. No. Never. The only reason... I'm lying, actually. The only reason you would ever put a ward here is if your entire team... You don't want a ward here. You see, right here? In fact, here is a little better. Sometimes people put it here. You drop a ward here, and then you drop a ward right here. Or you can even cut this tree and drop it up here. You know? But this spot and this spot will protect this staircase, this staircase, and this staircase, and this staircase. So these two wards that will most likely not be auto dewarded will give you much prolonged vision of a much better zonage. You will completely zone them in their jungle, and they will always wonder, how come they can find us? And eventually, you'll start playing with players that know, they probably have a ward in the river. And they'll drop something down here and they'll find it. The only time you ever want to put a ward here, or likewise here, the only time you'd ever do it is if you can tell that your whole team is planning on camping this spot for a long time, and you're trying to protect it. These spots should only be warded, only ever warded, if you guys are going to defend it with your lives. Like, all 4 of you while your carry's farming elsewhere. You guys are going to use this vision, and you're going to camp here, and you're going to get kill after kill after kill after kill. That's the only time you put it here, if you're going to invest a lot of time. Now, you probably want to sit here for literally 5 minutes getting kills. Maybe 4.5. And hopefully they don't come in and try to deward it at the very end of that 5-minute, 6-minute timer. Wards should never be placed lightly. They always have to be strategic. If you just drop it because you've seen other people put it there and you're like, oh, it gives a lot of vision, it's pointless if it gets dewarded. Completely pointless. And it feeds them, and now your team has no vision. So maybe that helps. Is this helping? I'm teaching you the tricks. Oh, over here? Oh, well, there's one more thing. Going back to this spot, it depends on what you're doing, right? If you're trying to encroach into their jungle for the first time, that's what these are for, right? If you've already been here a while and you're looking to get kills, you want to drop the ward, like, way the heck over here. A lot of times, that's still not even good enough, because what the enemy will do is they will drop a sentry like this. And then they will put one up here, or they will use like Jakiro's Ice Path to get a quick vision of it to deward. And then they still see it. So because this covers that large area, sometimes they put it down in here actually, but because it covers such a large area, this can be good if it's the first time you're dropping it, but usually people are trying to drop a little deeper here, or rarely both, or over here. And usually it's going to be on the side where they are not. Like, if you see that they are camping here in the middle for a while, like if they've been sitting here for a while, you're going to want to drop the ward over here, because it's less likely they're going to throw a casual sentry in this area. If you see they're standing here for a while, they're probably going to have a casual sentry in this area. Or this one will be dropped like this. It still won't cover here, but once this gets dewarded, they might do a defensive one a little further back, and then they'll find it. So that's how to ward this zonage. Again, these spots are for later, once you've already zoned them out of the jungle camp. You should know where to ward over here, though. You've seen people do it. This is actually this spot is actually one of the, yeah, you know here. You know this spot, right? You've seen people do this. That often gets dewarded. A good support hero will be able, you should. This camp over here is about mind games. It's actually about mind games. You have to figure out what their support is trending to do. they are usually going to drop a sentry somewhere like this. It'll see this spot. It'll also see the top because their support, a good hard support, or pause 4 will have the ability to scout the high ground. And then they'll be able to see, oh, there's a ward up here. Jakira will use Ice Path. Or, Venge will use her little wave ability, Or even Winter Wyvern will fly up here. Stuff like that.
Your middle tower is under attack.
So this is not the best. A lot of people put it here. It's better than up here, but it's not the best. This right here. Yeah, Monkey King climbs it. This right here is an amazing spot. Way over here, right here a little better. Not too close this way, but this. It gives a ward of them approaching onto the stairs. It gives vision of if anyone came through this way. You see them walk through here. They don't find it. When Earthshaker started chasing you and then killed you down here and you were holding a ward and like 3 sentries, you saw him drop a ward right here. It would not have found this one over here. You would have seen people approaching. Dropping this preemptively here could be good. Here's my question. Do you want to get better than Herald?
Your middle tower is not doing well.
Earthshaker de-warded about 5 wards. I saw Earthshaker de-ward 5 wards. So yeah, he was de-warding you.
Something wicked at your middle tower. Your
Okay.
middle tower is under attack.
I'm sure you don't know about this spot. It requires Quelling Blade again, because that's what I'm showing you. And you drop it here. They'll never find it. It sees everything. It sees up here. It sees these camps. They'll never be safe. Obviously, there are ways to ward when you're trying to see up into their high ground. The blue shows what it can see. This is a much better place to drop your ward than over here. If you drop a ward here, the only reason to ever drop a ward here is if you are trying to bait them. If you have a spell like Pudge Hook that can hook them down here, this is a bait spot. You only drop a ward here if it's going to secure a kill or 2. You're basically spending a ward, because they're always going to find it. You're spending a ward so that you can get a kill. Like, I might be on Naga, and I might net them and drag them down here. And then I'm like, hey, sucks. Yeah, something about Islandins. Yeah, you could send them up here too to get some vision, but then that kind of like only lasts for a little bit. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend dropping a ward here. You're always going to want to drop like over here. Hopefully this is helping. Do you know where to drop the ward over here? You know where you're supposed to put it?
A spot of trouble at your top tower.
To, like, see into high ground? See, this isn't tower range. You try to drop here, see how it's got a little... It's got a, like, no-no spot. It says, no, you can't drop it here. But look, you actually can. You just got to click in the right spot. The trick is you have to move your camera down here. Okay? If your camera is lower, then you can actually click the spot easier. Hopefully you know about that already. You said no, but then you said yes. I'm sure there's other stuff that I can show you. Oh, okay, you don't know. I'm sure there is other stuff that I can show you, but I just don't know how much of it's going to stick. If you drop a sentry here, they will never find it. It'll see if they drop one in the corner. Over here. Like, here. It'll also see if they drop something over here. It's a safe spot to drop. They will get away with it if they're dropping like something stupid in the far corner over here. Often, I'll also do one of these, depending on the game timestamp. It will. So then, I'll be able to see if there's something here, and also if they dropped something. Usually, they'll drop it on the stairs here or on the stairs right here. In fact, the Earthshaker that game dropped a ward right here. We saw him drop it. He put it right here. And then he put one over here. This sentry would have found both of them. But instead, we didn't use our sentries, and we walked through the jungle. We walked over here, still didn't drop any sentries. We walked down here, and we walked all the way here. We didn't drop sentries. Earthshaker did, and he dewarded this. And then he killed you over here. So, if you're going to play support, you have to play the mini game of controlling map vision using mind games and doing the warding. So, that's what I'd encourage you to do.
Your middle tower is not doing well.
If you know these tricks that I showed you, it makes playing support a lot more fun because it's so fun because you watch them struggle trying to find, why did they have vision of me here? Oh, they just dewarded something. How did they deward it? And they have no idea. Oops, I cut the wrong tree, darn it. And they have no idea it's because you have a sentry right here. And they're struggling to find out how come you can keep dewarding. Yeah, they might think you're cheating. But the thing is, there's no cheat in the game that allows you to deward something if you don't actually have a sentry down. What do you mean, like the pudges?
Illusion.
Well, not all pudges. You want to know the trick to pudge?
Your top tower craves your attention.
This is why a lot of people think it's cheats.
A spot of trouble at your top tower.
Your hero's hitbox, if you are facing something, versus if your butt is to it
Your top tower is under attack.
is a lot different. That was the side. Let's see if I can showcase it. No. It's a little better with Mirana's arrow, but it still is that way with Pudge Hook. Your hitbox, I'm not very good at it because I never play Pudge, but your hitbox behind your hero is bigger than the front of your hero. So for skill shots, that's why when you're running away, it's like, oh, the hook wasn't even near me. How did it hit me? It's because it hit behind you. It's kind of like a triangle. I don't know if you knew that. A lot of people don't. So with Pudge and Mirana and all of those trick shots, they're trying to aim for somewhere behind you, or they know pathing well enough. Like, oh gosh, let's get a blink on him. Where's blink? They know pathing. They know pathing well enough to know that if you're trying to run away anywhere up here, if you're trying to click back, they know kind of what your hero is going to do and how it's going to move through these towers and stuff. So he'll know that if he throws a hook like you're fighting and then you throw a hook, oh no, and you try to click away, the tower's body blocking you, so you are going to get hit no matter what. So that's why a lot of people think it's cheats and stuff. The times that it's actually cheats is zero vision. And they do one of these, like, and there was zero vision on you. My favorite thing to do is play Rubik versus Pudge, though.
Your bottom tower is being invaded.
Because you can hook him the same time he hooks you.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, I can't steal the hook because he's my ally, but you guys can hook and you'll actually swap spaces. Anyway, so those are a bunch of warding locations. That's me reviewing your game, kind of teaching you certain mechanics and things that you did not know. Hopefully you learned a bunch. As far as not just warding, because we did that a little bit right here, but also like maybe itemization choices, thinking about who you're laning against, and especially with your Enigma, thinking about using those creeps for free to go get free gold and go creep a camp that your carry is not going to be creeping, or to even use those Islandins to pull a camp so that you can stack for him while you're still in lane. It's going to be harder to do if you're not like actually controlling your camera properly.
Your top tower has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack.
And there were a couple of things we talked about, but those are some of the big things.
Your bottom tower is under attack. A spot of trouble at your top tower. Your top tower is under attack.
I forgot I had it on Australia, to be honest. I don't know if I want to play Dota. Dota sucks. Well, I'm matchmaking for Australia because I learned that I can. It says I have like 100 ping or something, but it barely lags. Last hitting just kind of weird sometimes, but only a little bit at the start in laning, and then it equalizes itself. Yeah, people play over in Australia. They do, but they are really bad. Like, everybody is really bad. I have found 0 people that are good in Australia. Um, which is fine. I don't mind playing with bad people. No, actually, I never win when I play in Australia because they're bad.
From the ghastly eve, I can see to the ends of the world, and from this vantage point,
But also, my matchmaking is pretty jacked up still.
that this one is in.
I have a theory that it's because I keep playing with playing with people on new accounts like you, and then it jacks up my matchmaking, and I have to play like at least 50 games before it finally puts me back with people that I'm used to playing with. Well, yeah, just any. It's because it's a new account. The matchmaking gets kind of jacked up because it, even though it's unranked, it can flag you for smurfing. And then the retaliatory measure is, oh, you're smurfing. Well, if you're smurfing, then we're going to put like a bunch of really bad people on your team or something like that. Yeah, maybe now. Yeah, now I guess it's almost a year old. I guess when I first met you, it wasn't though. Let's see. First match. I don't know, it's not telling me. So is this guy feeding? He has 0 items and 0 gold. He just bought something. It's turbo. His first item is Gloves of Haste. Did he? He destroyed his items. Oh, wait, no. Did he? Let's go back. Yeah, okay. He destroyed all his items. And then he bought gloves. Yeah, he's griefing. It's not necessarily feeding, but he's definitely griefing. Guilty. Um, I don't know what you mean by deny button. You have to click attack move, and you click, like, the button's literally called attack move, and then you click the ground. You should test it out, actually. Well, no, how do I deny? I just click it. I have the setting on that lets me just click it and it'll deny it. Oh, okay. So you're clicking attack a ground. Well, it depends on your setting. My deny, I just click it. I don't actually have to like click attack move and then click the creep. I can just click the creep because I deny a lot, so I changed it so that I can just click any creep and it'll kill it. It's cumbersome to have to click attack move and then the creep. So I just click the creep I want to deny and it can deny it. It's a setting. But it might be the same button for you, I'm not sure. You might have it set up to where attack move is required for denials. I know that that is a setting, so that might be what you're doing. I don't know. It's up to you. You can give it a try. You can test it. Maybe play a bot game. Get some practice in before you play with real players. But the thing is, you probably are going to need to change your mouse settings as well, right? You're going to have to change your sensitivity, and then you're going to have to change acceleration. Yeah, I mean, you physically can't control camera and abilities at the same time. You need to be able to control your camera while you're casting abilities. If you can't do both at the same time, that's a problem. It's just that's just flat what it is. You have to be able to cast your abilities the same exact time you're moving camera. Like if I'm chasing someone with hoodwink, I'm moving my camera. And if I can't at a moment's notice bushwhack and acorn shot them and jump into my decoy and then scurry at them while I'm still moving at them, and then like all that is taking camera movement, and I'm using spells. I don't see how you can even like scout. I use edge pan. Oh, I can check speeds in a second here. My next Overwatch game is ready. I can't close out of it or it bugs. Okay, we've got Slardar griefing. Let's see if he griefs. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they get reported falsely. So, and if you report falsely, it actually hurts the people that reported falsely. The people that lie get hurt. Their account gets hurt. They get dings against it. So, we'll see if Slardar is actually griefing. It looks like he's griefing. he's It's 35 seconds and it looks like he's trying to jungle. That's not allowed anymore. DotA removed jungling as a role. It is 16 minutes. He has Echo Saber. 19 minutes and he still has Boots and Echo Saber. He's looking for to buy Blink. I mean, it's kind of working out for him, but the fact that he is jungling is actually not allowed. That is technically a griefable offense. DotA made they had a patch note announcement saying that jungling is not allowed. It's griefing. Don't do it. Well, because DotA used to be able to jungle. Jungling came from DotA. DotA invented it first. But they have since removed that because they believe that better games are had when you don't have two solo lanes, where there's two lanes with two people in it. It'll create for a more interactive gameplay. and the jungle role is often grief anyway, because people might never gank. They'll just jungle and jungle and jungle and only do that. So Dota changed, and they even removed items that helped you jungle faster. So I miss it though. I like the jungle role. I actually prefer Dota that has jungle, but it's not allowed anymore. Okay, so if I go to the settings, let's see. Game, camera. I have camera set to edge pan. My camera speed is 3000. My camera deceleration is 49. And then my free camera override, what's that? The speed at which the camera comes to rest after moving. I have it at 2. I have a slow stop to my camera. So deceleration is 49, camera override, free camera override is 2, and camera speed is 3000. That's what I have. I'm sure that these numbers could be tweaked depending on your preference, but that's what I have. Yeah, but that's different than your mouse. I thought you had edge pan. I remember watching you play where you did edge pan before. You just kind of stopped doing it. You started doing the WASD thing, I guess. My mouse sensitivity is, well, it depends. Okay, so here's the question. What type of mouse do you have? Oh, you have a Razer? Well, in that case, you definitely should be able to change your settings appropriately. I have SteelSeries Rival 600. Uh, yeah, it's almost 3000. I got it 2700 right now. Sometimes I change this, but I have a little bit of acceleration on it. Just a little bit, not all the way. But that makes it so this is important. This right here, the acceleration is important. And the deceleration should be all the way down. You should. Give it a seriously. I'll show you why it's important, okay? I was actually I was just showing my wife this the other day too, because she's been refusing to change her mouse sensitivity. She has it on like the lowest possible sensitivity. But yeah, so look at my mouse on my screen, okay? So we've got the international here, okay? I'm gonna move my mouse across the international. It's about like a centimeter. I'm only moving like a centimeter on my mouse pad, okay? I'm gonna move the same centimeter, you know, but if I do it quickly, it's like all the way over here. So the speed at which I flick my mouse, if I go slow, versus if I go fast, it's way over here. So in Dota, that's important. Because especially if you're doing edge pan, you're like, shoot, I want to move my mouse, I want to move my camera now. I want to be looking fast. You're gonna move your mouse faster, and then you want to move your mouse back to where your hero is maybe, and you're just gonna the speed at which you're moving the mouse, it's just gonna get to where you want it to be. Uh, at an appropriate time. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, you don't want that. So you gotta turn your. Why would you? Why? That's terrible. All right, so this is like less than a centimeter, okay? This is probably 1 inch. My wrist is barely moving. But this is like a whole inch. No, the reason, dude. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why this is a problem. Because you're gonna be lifting your mouse off the mouse pad and setting the mouse back down. That's a bad habit to be in. You'll get used to it. You just have to practice with it. If you get used to the higher sensitivity, which after like one bot game, literally just one, maybe two bot games, you will get super used to it. I came for Australia because right now there might be some people in Australia playing. I don't know. I don't want to wait long. I'm tired of waiting long for shitty games. It's shitty in US West, it's shitty in US East. Everything's shitty right now. Dota sucks right now. Yeah, just I don't know what you have to do for Razer Synapse. I don't think you have to make like an account and lie about your age and all that stuff. I think you can just download the app. But anyway, yeah, the Razer Synapse app is going to be what you need to use. It'll help your settings. The thing is, with Windows, it also kind of conflicts with Windows settings a little bit too. Whatever mouse settings it is that you use. For example, I've got my mouse pointer speed right in the middle. I got it on the screen right now. And I'm hoping. That's funny. Well, then have your parents log in and do it for you. Well, don't be bad. Don't lie. You need to have your parents log in and do it for you. Are you sure you're allowed to watch streams if you're that young? But yeah, if you take a look at my screen, the mouse pointer speed is right in the middle. So the Windows settings also matter too, so you should check that. Dude, I do not want to play Dota right now. So mad. Uh, watch on YouTube? YouTube has less of a delay, I think.
Make the right choice, or you might not like what comes next.
Yeah, YouTube is faster.
Who should they pick, Jix?
I don't know what to pick.
5 seconds.
We're doing Veno. Well, I died to save Wraith King. He was way too deep.
Regurgitated into the world. Denied.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Pain and doom.
Defend your top tower. You're right, Jax. They really should do something about that.
Wraith King is so stupid.
I'm under attack. My loyal ward. Not yet. Not yet.
You realize your middle tower's under attack? You know, Jax could take care of that. If the price is right. You know that all-important middle tower of yours? Yeah, it's in trouble.
Watch this spot.
Let's hope that doesn't happen again.
Go for me. The world loses an exquisite.
Oh no! Razor was invisible.
Bleed out.
Oh my gosh. Axe is so bad. Oh my gosh.
Of light, I return. Killing spree.
Sorry. I was dead. And I have a TP on cooldown. Because I tried TPing out. Anyway, Wraith King sucks, by the way. But Axes may be okay.
Your top tower is under attack. Looks like the end of a beautiful friendship.
Sorry, I even cast a Lotus on you in that fight. Eh.
Your bottom tower is under attack. I hope you're getting something out of this. Your bottom tower is under attack. Hey, take a look at your bottom tower. Where are the reinforcements?
No, I don't know who that is.
Джакира, you retard.
Your top tower is under attack. Your enemy will miss that middle tower.
Help, Веномансер, блять.
Have you noticed that a lot of Russians are playing US West now?
I've noticed.
Well, I can't hear you. It's so quiet.
Plague our
Can
enemies.
you hear me?
Yeah, it's quiet and kind of breaking up a little bit.
My loyal ward.
Your middle tower is under attack.
A plague on our foes.
Defend your middle tower. Why does that tower even try?
Ward them off. I'm not ready. My enemy succumbs. It's a venomancer in hand. Watch this spot. Killing spree. Wicked sick.
Roche throws me.
So, what are your feelings around having a top tower?
I mean, it's a 7-19 game. There's only so much we can do.
Coin for my efforts.
Defend your bottom tower.
Not yet. It's not time. I'm under attack.
Oh, last second. Okay, so they have vision here. It's trying to deward it, but okay. Oh man, millisecond. Oh my gosh.
Your top tower is under attack. Defend your top tower.
My enemies will taste my venom.
Your top tower is under attack. Hey, take a look at your bottom tower.
They got a ward right there.
Your bottom tower has fallen.
See? That's how I died last time. Ah, I got Razor's right behind us. That's 3 times I died TPing out. Very good job.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
Dude, every time I go into like D-Ward, I die. They're like all there.
Destroy enemy's top tower?
Well, now I have 4 observers. Where do you want vision? Do we want to like invade them? I could drop some in their river, like top river. I forgot I can't hear you. Sorry.
Well warded. Plague our enemies.
I doubt we're gonna actually gank up there though. We should probably put it in a better spot.
You can't run from the venomous one.
Dude, what did I say? Everywhere I go, they like all chase me down. I'm bottom now. Oh, they're coming. Look, everywhere I go, he chases me. Freaking Bloodseeker. Ah! Well, that time my TP out worked. Gosh.
Run you down. You can't run from the venomous one. Run you down.
Everywhere I go, it's like they have map hack. Oh my god. Oh, I'm out of here again.
Venom pays.
You see my quelling blade tricks? Oh no! Wonderful. One of them died. Man, oh man. Oh, yay, two of them.
Watch this spot.
What a rough game. I am sorry. Oh gosh. I'm scared of everything now. Is X gonna blink? He's standing around. No, he's not.
I'm not ready. My loyal wall.
I got a smoke coming, even though it's probably a bad idea.
Not yet. Well warded.
My vision sees everything! Oh, baited? Yes, kind of. Ah! My poison's on everybody. Oh boy.
Back from the brink.
Oops.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack.
My loyal ward. Payment due. You can't run from the venomous one.
Ah.
Defend your bottom tower.
Not yet.
Bottom tower is worthless now. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Somehow he knew I was there, but then he left. Oh, they shouldn't have had vision there. And he ordered it. Or checked it. Man, he wants to fight everything, doesn't he?
Watch this spot. I'm not ready. Well warded.
Your top tower is under attack.
My loyal ward. It's not time yet. Plague our enemies.
We see everything. Ah. Man, I just want to ult them so bad.
I'm not ready.
The creeps are on you, yeah.
A plague on our foes. Well warded. My loyal ward. Not enough mana.
Rashawn's down.
Aww. Thank God.
Realize your middle tower is under attack.
I guess we saw it coming.
Defend
Still feels
your
bad
tower.
after all that.
Payment due. Not yet. A plague on our foes.
Dude, they travel together and it's so scary. I got a smirk.
Plague our enemies.
This freaking punch at the end. I could have sworn he was not gonna go for me. Really thought he was gonna go straight for the actual fight.
Radiant just fortified. Your middle tower is under attack.
Level 26 Bloodseeker, man. I can't.
Your middle tower has fallen.
Back from death's door.
Your middle barracks has fallen.
I'm sorry, but I gotta say it. With the amount of vision we've had, like literal perfect vision, and then clumped up together as 4, usually 4, and to have Axe not blink calling them over and over again,
Your top tower has
it's
fallen.
kind of why we lost.
Highway robbery, Jax. Plain and simple.
Venom's vengeance.
My 0-7 is not why.
Ends in gore.
Literal perfect vision. All game. And they have dewarded me once. Once. Why aren't we killing these people?
I'm under attack. Monster kill. The pain. Not bad.
That's why.
Defend your middle tower.
What are you doing, Shalava?
Haha, trapped in the wards.
Not yet. My enemy succumbs.
That's stupid. I wasn't smoking, he went right for me. I'm trying to smoke ward.
My loyal ward.
I think he has DD. Yep. Okay, they have dewarded 2 of my wards.
Plague our enemies. Nothing touches the heart like my venom.
No. He blinked on me. Oh, he's on you too.
You will make a nice snow angel. Defend your top tower.
This is the second time I've played with this axe. In other news, he's now on my avoid list.
Defend your bottom tower.
My venom's restored. I'm under attack. Oh, what a bird!
Good job, my man.
Your top tower is under attack.
Ah, jeepers. My buyback's on cooldown.
You realize your middle tower is under attack? Your middle tower is under attack. No!
I think Zeus has purchased 3 sentries this game. And even though he knows where the ward is, he's not even trying to deward it.
Venom and vengeance, a toxic combination. Ever more
Blinks are hard to deal with. Do they all have a blink? It feels like it.
Coin for my efforts.
Def.
The sun has fallen to the dying.
Immortality.
Go def.
A plague on our foes.
Your top tower is under attack.
Ah! He Wraith King blinked in. What was he? It baited me to help him.
Your top tower is under attack. Your middle tower
Uh-oh.
is under attack.
Oh, I can buy back now. I didn't even notice. Well, good job.
Regeneration.
Well, well, well.
My venom
Enemies in the
flows again. Plague our enemies. My loyal ward. Venom phase.
What? Well, they kept me in the base so long, we have a bunch of wards down now. Where should the last one go?
You can't run from the venomous one.
Oh, they were buying back. Oh, oh, scary. How do they do it?
Ice never dies.
A plague on our foes.
Okay.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's bait. Ooh, careful. They're gonna get blinked on.
I'm under attack.
I was trying to force you actually, but you were rupture. I guess it would have helped.
Your middle tower needs. Your middle tower has fallen. Your ancient is under attack. Your ancient needs you.
I'll buy back.
Your ancient is under attack. Dire victory.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Shadow wave! How about that? Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Six in a row. How about that? Seven in a row. Two down. Eight in a row. Three down.
A prize.
He is griefing them hard.
Dire's middle barracks are not doing so well. Dire's middle barracks are getting it now. Dire's middle barracks have fallen. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Wait, I think he is hacking.
Dire's middle barracks are not doing so well. Say goodbye to Dire's middle barracks. Dire's top tower was utterly destroyed. Who knows getting nasty as Dire's top barracks was it for Dire's top barracks. Dire's top barracks have fallen. Dire's bottom tower is in turmoil.
It wasn't a... So he was hacking because he blinked and comboed on Snapfire and killed her. And it was not a widescreen because his edge pan would move when his mouse hit a normal screen's edge. Interesting. And then he was griefing because he kept his team on like a cliff.
is in the wrong end of business.
Let's take a look.
That's four in a row.
Hey, he's doing the warding trick. Let's see. That's not the best spot. I could show him a better spot here. There's another spot that's actually a little better. This is bad.
Your bottom tower is being invaded.
This one's bad.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Alas, your bottom tower is no more.
That's only good if they're in your jungle, but okay, cool, these are good. Is that good? Kinda. Could be a little safer, but it's still good.
One of the heroes experienced some technical difficulties.
That's four in a row.
Dropping 6 wards and the fact that you have a 7th, that's kind of a problem. You were holding on to those for a little too long. It's okay though. At least they're being dropped. If you cast Winter's Curse on them and then did Cold Embrace, they would have died because your team was there. You wouldn't have got out of the pit, but you could have Winter's Cursed, then Cold Embraced. The extra magic casting, I think, is what got you. You see that? He could have done that to their whole team after your curse was over. They are going to come back through that hole. Ooh, walking back into the pit. That's definitely a choice. What are you buying? There's no room in your inventory for what you just bought. Trying to get Urn, but there's no room in the inventory. Now you're gonna sell the magic stick, but you just bought. Okay.
Your top tower craved your attention.
It said sell for a second.
And that was the end of your top tower.
You see that? Slark was able to get that kill because of this ward that you placed.
Two down.
He shouldn't have stayed though. He can dispel that Meepo shit. You didn't cast anything. You just looked around. Maybe play with your mouse settings a little more, not in ranked.
Radiant
That
has
would be my
reinforced their
suggestion.
structures. Something wicked at your middle tower.
Do you know you can cast Splinter Blast on your team? It'll split onto the enemy. What are you doing? You're just flying around. Alright, so this is a spot you like to ward, I see. Okay. I don't think that's a good one.
How about that? Somebody's on a roll. How about that?
Dire just fortified their structures. The enemy's middle tower was torn down.
That's four in a row.
Your bottom tower is being invaded. Your bottom tower is under attack. Поздно.
Ale mi Skype'em посиди вообще.
Well, it's time for me to BRB. I'm gonna get something to eat, I think, real quick, and then I'll be back and we'll play a Naga support game, I think.
Two down.
Your bottom tower is being invaded. Gallant Radiant have fortified their structures. Your bottom tower is being invaded. And so ended the story of your middle tower. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your middle tower is not doing well. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower met its demise.
Crushed ya like a bug. That's four in a row.
Your bottom tower has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures have been secured. Dire has strengthened their structures. Your top tower is under attack. A spot of trouble at your top tower. Your top tower fell into pieces. Dire defeated Roshan in heated battle.
Mortality.
your middle tower.
I'll get over it.
You'll never find my home.
Your bottom tower is being invaded. Radiant structures are fortified. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower has fallen. Your bottom barracks have fallen. Your bottom barracks face their doom. I see the Radiant just fortified their structures. Your middle tower is not doing well.